Every day, something valuable slips away from you without you even noticing. It's not money, it's not health, it's time, and while you're stuck in the same routine, others are using a simple method that changes everything. I'm going to show you exactly what it is. For years, I thought I had my life under control. Work, family, goals, but inside, I was slowly falling apart. Until one morning, after the worst day of my life, I applied something so simple that it transformed everything. If you stick with me for the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what that was. After hitting rock bottom in my darkest moment, when getting out of bed was a daily battle, I had to rebuild my life using the 1-hour rule. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to take control of your days and transform your life. Look, people think I've always been super organized, that I wake up, tidy my space, write brilliant ideas, and give life-changing talks. But the reality was completely different. When I was young, my life was total chaos. I drank too much, smoked more than I should, and my room looked like a war zone. I was studying, but I couldn't even apply the basics to my own life. Classes, assignments, endless reading, more reading, little sleep, and then starting all over again. But I wasn't really progressing. I was just busy. And that's the problem, right? Being busy isn't the same as being effective. And realizing that hit me like a hammer. I remember one specific night, I was exhausted, sitting at my desk after midnight, staring at pages I couldn't even process. I had worked 12 hours that day, but you know what? I hadn't achieved anything worth it. I was reacting, not thinking. I was drowning in insignificant things. That's when I forced myself to ask the right question. What if I had 1 hour every day, completely free of interruptions? Just 1 hour to clear the chaos in my mind and find some peace. That idea became a rule, and that rule became the moment that changed everything. And here's the strange part. It worked better than I expected. Not because I worked harder, I was already working like crazy. It worked because I started thinking deeper. It was the first time I could see beyond the chaos. It was the first time I could actually hear my own thoughts without all the noise. And that's when my understanding began to clear up. It was when I saw where my work had to go. It was when I started to understand that personal order was the foundation for everything else. So here's a question for you. What's that one thing in your life you know you need to fix, but you keep telling yourself, I'll do it when I have time? Just think about it for a moment. That's the thing your 1 hour rule is for, because that's how all important things start. Not with 12-hour days, but with 1 hour you protect like it's the most important thing in the world. You know what I discovered? Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're busy doing the wrong things for too long. And the 1 hour rule isn't just about discipline, it's about thinking clearly before acting. And let me tell you, I've seen really smart students burn out, brilliant professors get lost in the noise, even entire university departments collapse because they kept doing what seemed urgent instead of what truly mattered. And I get it. It feels easier to answer emails, scroll through social media, just react. You feel like you're doing something, but deep down, you know nothing important has changed. So when I started using the 1 hour rule, those protected minutes every morning, I didn't just get more done, I started thinking differently. Here's the real secret. Those minutes become your lab, your tool. You get clear. You face the tough things you've been avoiding. You make decisions you've been putting off. You step away from the to-do list and get into the list of what really matters. Some of my best discoveries came in those moments. 1 hour of pure thought. No noise, no distractions, just serious work on the most important problem. Now try this. Tomorrow morning, no matter how busy your day is, I want you to set aside 1 hour. Turn everything off. Put your phone in another room. Tell people you can't be reached. And sit with this question. What's the problem in your life that, if solved, would change everything else? That's your mission. Because here's the interesting part. You don't need more time. You just need more time that actually means something. So I was doing it. 1 hour a day. No meetings, no noise. And for a while, it worked. My work was becoming clearer. My projects had more impact. I was more focused than I had ever been. I thought, this is it. This is the answer. But then something strange happened. One morning, I sat down for those protected minutes and had no idea what to do with them. Nothing came. No clarity, no breakthroughs. Just empty space and a racing mind. I had been so focused on getting things done that I forgot to ask myself where I was actually going. I realized I had fallen into a new trap. I built the habit, but not the direction. It's like building a house without blueprints. Good materials, strong tools, but no idea where to go. That's when I realized it's not about managing time. It's about managing where you place your attention. Time without clarity is just noise. That was like a light bulb going off. So I started doing something different. Before using those minutes, I would ask myself one question: what am I pretending not to know? That question uncovered every lie I was telling myself. That I didn't know what the problem was. That I needed to study more. That it wasn't the right time. All lies. And once I got honest about that, those minutes became super powerful. Ideas, plans, direction, all falling into place. But just when I thought I had it all figured out, I made a basic mistake. I started checking my email right before those minutes. Just 5 minutes, I told myself. And every time, it threw me off course. My mind was no longer mine. It was everyone else's. And that's when I realized something a little scary. You don't lose your minutes during the time. You lose them in the 5 minutes before they even begin. That was another game changer. Now I had the habit, I had the clarity, I had the mental preparation, but I was missing one thing: protection. Because the world doesn't care about your special hour. Kids wake up early, colleagues call without notice, your own mind starts telling you, maybe you shouldn't do it today. And that's where most people give up. But I found a system that stopped that, and I'm going to show you what it is in a moment, because here's the big truth that most people don't understand. It's not hard to start moving forward, it's hard to keep it up. So let's talk about what really kills the 1 hour rule. It's not laziness, it's not a lack of discipline, it's the drip, that slow, invisible drain on your willpower before you even sit down. Let me show you how I fixed it. It starts with something I didn't want to admit. One morning, when I was behind on my work, I walked into my office, shut the door, opened my laptop, and immediately checked my email. 10 messages, 5 problems, a student in crisis, an issue with the department, an urgent article review, and just like that, my minutes were gone before they even started. I realized blocking time doesn't work if you don't treat it like the most important thing. So I built a system, a 3-level protection plan that made those minutes untouchable. Level 1, every morning, I use the same trigger. Same time, same chair, same pen. It's like training your brain. This is thinking time. Think of it as preparing for something important. You don't change it, you just do it, and that's it. Level 2, I removed physical distractions. Only one object in front of me, the mission of the day. If your brain sees clutter, it feels clutter. So I gave it simplicity. Make your space demand focus. Level 3, I protected my boundary. This changed everything. I told my team, these minutes every day are non-negotiable. Nothing should interrupt them. And you know what? They respected it. Because when you respect your minutes, others will too. The goal of the 1 hour rule isn't to be more productive. It's not about fitting more into your day. It's about changing who you are. Let me explain. For years, I believed I had to be available all the time. That success meant reacting, that every problem needed me right now. But once I started protecting those minutes, just 1 hour of uninterrupted thinking every morning, everything changed. Before the 1 hour rule, I was always reacting. It felt like I was busy, but never really in control. Those minutes gave me back control. During those minutes, I wasn't reacting. I was creating solutions, creating the direction of my career, creating my life. And here's the thing. This isn't about being anyone specific. You don't need to be writing books. It works because it makes your signal clear. When you give your mind one protected hour, it starts working for you instead of against you. And let me put it simply. Your brain wakes up confused in autopilot mode, but when you focus deeply without distractions, you activate the part that makes decisions, the control center. You stop drifting aimlessly. You start deciding. And when you do this every day, you're teaching your identity. That changes your decisions, which changes your results, which changes your life. The 1 hour rule helped me reconnect with my purpose, my family, myself. And I'll tell you this, it's never too late to start. I don't care if you're 18 or 80. If you have a mind and you have 1 hour, you have more than enough, because it's not about doing more. It's about deciding who you become when you do less, but with purpose. That's the reward, and I want you to have it. Here's the one line I want you to remember. 1 hour a day can rebuild your life if you treat it like it matters, because it does. Those minutes are the difference between living on autopilot or building your future. And I know this world pulls you in every direction, but imagine this for a second. What if the one thing you need isn't more time, but one special hour where you're truly awake? No one is going to give that to you. You have to build protection around it yourself. Here's what I challenge you to do tomorrow morning. Before your phone, before your email, take 1 hour, just 1 hour, no distractions, just you. Think, write, create, solve, take control, and after 7 days, come back and tell me what changed. Seriously, leave it in the comments. I read them all because this isn't just theory. This is what built my career. This is what saved my sanity during my hardest moments. And this is what will transform your life if you do it consistently. Follow me on this channel, not for me, but for you, to keep your momentum alive. This is where I teach the real tools that changed my life. In the next video, I'll go deeper. So, take care of your minutes and rebuild your clarity. Because in a world of chaos, personal order is the most revolutionary thing you can do.